Hey guys, so let's work on example 3 now. So let's get to the question. So it says write a program that will ask the user to enter an integer value x. Your program must then determine whether or not the integer value supplied by the user is an even number or not. Okay, cool. So let's get to it. So here, the question is pretty much demanding that we declare a variable called x of type int, of course. So we're going to say int x, and what we got to do is we got to ask user now to enter a number. So we're going to say cout enter number. All right, and then I'm going to put my end line right there. Okay, and then I'm going to cin x. Okay, I'm going to cin x. Let's say cin x. All right. So after doing this now, what we got to do now is, because the question is demanding that we determine if the number supplied by the user is an even number or not. So yeah, we gotta come up with an if statement for that. So to find out just if the number that has been entered by the user, after we see in this number, is the number even or not. So what in the world is an even number? So an even number, of course, is a number which can be successfully be divided by 2 without leaving any single remainder. An even number, like when you talk about 2, 2's not going to leave a remainder when you have it divided by 2 itself. Same with 4 and 8, as opposed to odd numbers. Odd numbers will always leave a remainder of 1. So when you want to test if an even number, if a number that has been supplied by the user is an even number or not in an if statement, what you got to do is this. So you're going to say if, and then you're going to get the variable that you're testing. So what variable are you testing here? You are testing the variable x right here. So because the number that has been supplied by the user is being stored in this variable x. So what you're going to say is you're going to say x, and then what you're going to do now is you're going to say percentage. So percentage in C++ means modulus division, and modulus division, what it does is, like for example, let me do this right here. So if I say 12 divided by 2, the answer here is going to be 6, right? And now if I say 12 modulus 2, the answer here is going to be 0. You know why? Because the normal way of dividing, you're going to get the actual answer, but when you modulus divide, you're going to get the remainder of this operation. So this simply means that when 2 goes into 12 rather, it's not going to leave any single remainder. So that's why we're using modulus. And what we described an even number as, an even number is a number that is not going to leave any remainder when it is divided by 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if x modulus 2 is equals to 0. It's in this, guys. So if x modulus 2 is equal to 0, then what are we saying? What we're saying is then the number is an even number. So we're going to say cout x is pretty much an even number. All right. And what if this condition does not work out? What if it just doesn't work out? So what we got to say there is we got to have our keyword else. So we're going to have our keyword else right there. And what we're going to say if it doesn't work out is we're simply going to say x is not an even number. Wow, an even number. All right, and just like that. So let's go through this again. Like right here on this line right here, this is where it all gets interesting. So you want to find out if a number that's been supplied by the user is an even number or not. So to do that, what you got to do is you have to know what an even number is. First of all, what in the world is an even number? So, like we described it, an even number is a number that can be divided by 2 without leaving a remainder. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get whatever number that was stored by the user right here, and you're gonna modulus divide that by 2. And if it doesn't leave a remainder, your program has to say it's an even number. But if this statement right here, if this condition becomes false, what your program is going to do now is it's going to jump to the next condition. It's going to say x is not an even number. Alright, let's try to compile this and let's see what the output is going to be. So, alright, so enter a number. So I'm going to enter a number, like I'm going to say 78. So it tells me right there that 78 is an even number. Let me try doing this again, and I'm going to enter a number that I know is not an even number. Like, I'm going to enter, let's say, I'm going to give it 5, I think. I'll give it 5. So enter a number. I'm going to say 5. So see, it tells me that 5 is not an even number. So what happens here is, when I enter this number right here, when I enter 5, 5 is going to go into this if statement because 5 is x. So what your program is going to do now is it's going to say 5 divided by 2. Does that leave a remainder of 0? Now 5 does leave a remainder of 1, right? So your program is not going to print this out because since 5 is leaving a remainder of 1, it can't be an even number. So instead, what you're going to see instead is 5 is an odd number. Same goes if it's an even number. If an even number, like for example, we ended 78 in the first place, x is 78. So 78 modulus divided by 2, you're not going to have a remainder there. So pretty much, you're going to see 78 is an even number. So that's pretty much it. So what I wanted you guys to do now is you got to work on this exercise right here. It's going to be down here. It's down here. There's 2 questions right there. Yeah, I'm going to need you to work on these 2 questions, and you're going to submit these questions for marking, and I'm going to have a look at them, and I'm going to give you feedback as usual. So I look forward to seeing how you guys are going to perform. If you got any questions, just ask in the comment section. Feel free to private message me too. Alright, thanks guys. I'm going to see you in the next topic.